MissTransforce96 here, just talking about the New York Toy Fair toys. So pretty much I'm going to be showing just all the toys I found interesting. I'm not going to be showing all of them, of course, just the ones that I either plan on getting or are usually toy lines that I buy and just talking about. So if you've been subscribed to me, you know what kind of toys I like. Those are the kind of toys that I will be talking about. I won't be talking about the other stuff. But as you can see, here we go. Starting off with the Iron Man 3 toy line, starting with the Marvel Legends wave. As you can see here, we've got a picture of the Build-A-Figure being the Ironmonger. I am super excited. If you guys know me, you know that I love Ironmonger, so there was not a possible better figure in the Marvel Universe to make a Build-A-Figure of, for me personally, than Ironmonger. So I'm really happy that they're doing that, and it looks great. As well as we do get a picture of the Ultron just in the bottom of the screen there. As you can see, I don't think he looks good. He's like all silver with some red highlights, just like on the shoulder pads and stuff. I don't know. It looks a little weird to me. It looks like it's a prototype, and it's not a final toy, as well as it looks exactly like Titanium Man from the 3¼ inch line, or actually from the 6" line. Just there you go. It looks like a repaint of that, which it very well might be, because it looks exactly the same. So not looking forward to that Ultron. Not to mention, I was really hoping that instead of a figure like Ultron, they do a movie Mandarin, but they didn't, or even a comic Mandarin I wanted, but they made an Ultron, and you know, really disappointing. The figure doesn't look good, and the character I'm not happy about, but I will be picking him up. I will be picking up this entire Marvel Legends Iron Man 3 toy line. And then next we get a picture of the movie from the Marvel Legends, the movie Iron Patriot. I think it looks great. I think it's got a great sculpt to it, some great paint, and fantastic articulation like Marvel Legends always does. So I'm very excited for that one, and I think that that is going to be a really good figure. And then we come over to the picture of the movie Iron Man, the Mark 42, and overall I think that that looks just as good. The only thing that I don't like in it is he does have a couple like holes in his arms where like the pegs are to do the joint, and they're just kind of like hollow holes. There's nothing like outside of it like a plug like they usually do. Doesn't look great, but overall the figure itself looks really nice and looks like it's got great articulation as well. And then we go to the 3¼ inch toy line that they showed. This I found an interesting figure. I think that he looks kind of neat and kind of bulky. Overall, do not plan on picking him up though. We were really hoping for some actually better articulated figures that to be shown at this toy fair, and they just weren't. Or even if they did the crappy articulation, I was really hoping that they'd do a Mandarin, or you know, if they wanted to do Whiplash or Ironmonger. I wanted a villain, especially the Mandarin. I was really hoping that they'd do it. Looks like they didn't, and that is just huge disappointment for me, because the Mandarin seems to be getting absolutely screwed. The only Mandarin figure that is confirmed, the only one, is the the Mini-Mates. We don't have a Marvel Legends, we don't have a 3¼ inch, we don't have a Diamond Select, and as of right now we don't have a Hot Toys. I believe that Hot Toys will be making one, but that is not confirmed yet. And Diamond Select, they typically just make 2 in a toy line, and they've shown us the 2 that they're going to make, so I think the chance of them actually making a Mandarin is not good. Not good at all. Oops, sorry, that's my background. I still have Bane. But anyway, here's the 3-pack that I found interesting. The one all the way to the right here, I think looks like an awesome figure. Still crap articulation, but the sculpt looks awesome. And if that was in a single pack, I'd absolutely pick it up. But because it's in a 3-pack, I'm not going to spend what I'm assuming to be $25 to $30 just for that figure and have to deal with the other 2 crappy ones. So overall, and this one does have a light gimmick. You can see his chest will light up. It looks like his chest will light up, and there's a try me button, so I'm assuming his chest will light up. But overall, the 3¼ inch line was just as disappointing as it was when we first saw the first pictures of them. But the 6" toy line had some awesome looking movie characters, and to me, not a great Ultron in choice of character as well as the figure itself. So there you go. So that's my review of the Iron Man 3 toy line and what I'd pick up. In this video, I planned on just talking about the things that I was planning on buying, but I thought that I made an exception for this, considering this is a toy line that I would typically kind of collect, because, you know, I'm a fan of Spider-Man, and I collect the Spider-Man stuff and everything, and, but because these figures are so awful, I do not plan on picking up a single one. I don't think they look good. The choice of villains is pretty bad, and I'm a big villain fan. And the Dr. Octopus, he looks weird. I mean, his arms, they look to be posable, which looks really cool, but the actual Dr. Octopus himself doesn't look great. I think that these figures do not have elbow articulation, and it seems like they have knee articulation, but no elbow articulation is really just a shame. Overall, do not plan on picking up any figure from this toy line. It may be in later waves if they do some cooler villains that look nice. Might have to make an exception, but for now, I do not plan on picking up a single figure. Next, we have pictures of the Avengers Synth 1/4 inch. I think it's the TV show Avengers. Not 100% sure, but I think it's a TV show. And here you go. This was an interesting toy line, one that I didn't know that they were coming out with. So to see pictures was quite interesting. As you can see, we do have a Hawkeye here. It looks to have some nice paint and a pretty cool look, but overall, it is an exact repaint of the movie Hawkeye. So do not plan to get this one. I do not plan to buy it. Then we have the leader. The leader looks really cool, and I do not have a leader toy because they just haven't made one. So I will be picking up this. It does seem to be just a repaint of with a different head sculpt, of course, of the what is the comic scrolls from the Avenger toy line. Just really, I don't like how they're just repainting it, but I will say that was really unnoticeable, because when I first saw this, I didn't think that it was a repaint. Just when I clicked when I just clicked to change it to the leader right now during this video, I realized it's the exact same thing. So it's not quite noticeable at first glance, but it is just a repaint now that I can see. Head sculpt looks great though, and articulation is decent. Then we have Falcon. This one seems to have some good articulation. I'm not quite... It must be a 3/4 inch toy, because that gun that he has is a repaint of an Iron Man 2 gun. Overall, looks like a decent Falcon, and a better one than the Marvel Legends, because that was not my cup of tea. I really didn't like that figure. So overall, this one looks pretty good. I'm not a huge Falcon fan. I might pick him up just because he's in Captain America 2. But as of right now, I really have to see it in package first. Then we have this Hulk. I'm not quite sure what scale this is. I think it might be 6 inch or 3/4 inch. Looks really bad. It's only got 5 points of articulation. Then we have this Iron Man that's only got 5 points of articulation. I'm pretty sure that this is a 3/4 inch one though. Disappointing. I won't be picking it up, even though I think that he's got a cool look. I won't be picking it up just because of the articulation, and he does have a recycled weapon from the Iron Man 2 toy line. This Thor, I think, looks really bad. I won't be picking up. This pack of the Avengers, or I don't know if it's a pack. I think they come individually. I'm not sure, but it might be a pack. And it's got those little, like, Mighty Mugs type of look. Neat. If you like that kind of stuff, this looks pretty cool, but I am not a fan of it, so I won't be picking up. Then you have the just out-of-package images of them. Then we have this Hulk, which is like part of the 18 inch or 12 inch line. I think 12 inch. Doesn't look good, and not my type of thing. I don't know what these are. These are just like, they have really horrible articulation, and I think that they're like 18 to 12 inches. I'm not sure. Won't be picking it up. Oops, sorry. Won't be picking that up. 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 And then we do have a closer image of the Ultron, which I talked about during the Iron Man 3. Like I said, it looks to be the exact same thing, just with some new shoulder pads and a new head sculpt as the Titanium Man, the 6 inch. So definitely, I'm not excited for it, but I will pick it up, mostly just for the Build-A-Figure piece and to complete the set. Then we have this. Don't like it. Don't like it. Don't like it. They have a lot. What I'm liking, though, what I do like, is that instead of making Iron Man 3 toys that are just directed for kids, they're making, for this toy line at least, a set that kids could like, and a set that collectors could like as well. There's articulated ones and non-articulated ones, which will make us both happy, which I'm happy about, and I really do quite respect. This Red Skull looks awesome. I've got a better picture of him, though, but I will absolutely be picking that one up. Oops, kind of exit out. There you go. Then next we have Black Widow. Looks to be the same sculpt as the 3/4 inch Black Widow, but with a new head sculpt. I think it's pretty cool. I might pick it up because that sculpt originally was great, and this one looks pretty nice, so I might be picking that up. Then we have Captain America. Nothing too special. The actual figure looks pretty nice. He's got some good articulation, but The shield doesn't look good. It doesn't look like a nice shield. It looks like a gimmicky shield. The Iron Man behind him, he looks pretty cool, and he seems to have some good articulation. But with a scaled, with the same accessory that the Iron Man came in, that the Iron Man came with for the Avengers toy line. Then we had this Hulk. Looks to be amazing. Let me scroll down. It looks to be just awesome. Really great articulation and just a badass sculpt. I definitely will pick that up. I really don't plan on picking up many of the heroes of this toy line, just the villains, but I will make an exception for this guy because this looks like an amazing sculpt, so I'll definitely be purchasing that. And then we get just some of the manufacturer pictures of the figures, just a few of them. I don't know why they didn't release all of them, but there you go. You got Captain America, like I said, a gimmicky shield. Not my thing. I've got a lot of better Captain Americas, so I really don't need that one. Won't be picking it up. Then we have this one, which is just Thor from the Avengers toy line, the comic Thor that I do already have, and just repainted and with a different hammer. Don't think it looks great. I think the hammer looks actually pretty cool, but the actual figure itself is definitely an easy pass for me. Then we've got this. Oh yeah, the Red Skull. This looks awesome. I really love it. I love the way that they have his coat kind of draped over him. He looks to have an awesome sculpt. It does seem to be the same exact a Red Skull from the Captain America the First Avenger toy line, just repainted. They seem to be doing that for a lot of these figures, but it's got a whole new coat on it and an awesome head sculpt with one of those hats. You know, I love those kind of dictator type hats. Really neat. It's got the Hydra symbol on it, which looks awesome. The gun is, of course, a repaint of a Captain America the First Avenger Hydra soldier gun that came with him that shoots a little missile. Overall, this looks like an awesome Red Skull. Definitely will be picking this one up, and very excited to pick that up. So out of this toy line, I think that the only three that I'm certain about picking up are Red Skull, the Leader, and Hulk. And I'll have to see what other figures catch my eye in the store. But overall, a decent toy line, one that I didn't know about, but it looks pretty good. Even if they do reuse a lot of the parts from old figures, it looks pretty nice, and overall a decent toy line. Now on to Star Wars figures. Of course, we do know that Star Wars is coming out with a new 6-inch toy line, and as far as the first wave, it mainly consists of the old trilogy with, you know, one prequel, a character, and if I'm not mistaken, I read this a little while ago, that they will be focusing more on the original trilogy, but with a few big characters from the prequel. So as you can see, we do have just a, you know, a stormtrooper that's like a sand stormtrooper, like we saw in the New Hope. As you can see, it looks pretty cool. I'll probably be passing on it just because I'm not a huge fan of the character. Nothing that I'm against with the figure, because the figure looks great, but I'm really going to be selective with Star Wars this year because the figures don't look great, and I'm not a huge fan of them. Next, we have just a little part of R2-D2. They are doing a 6-scale figure of that as well, or 6-inch, sorry, and we have a Darth Maul. Overall, I will be picking up Darth Maul just because I'm a big fan of the character, but the figure doesn't look fantastic. The face sculpt looks pretty plain. The lightsaber looks a little too thick. It doesn't look great. And then he seems to have ankle rockers. I mean, it looks like he does, but he doesn't have them in this shot, even though he's got such a spread leg pose. But I don't know. But I probably will be picking this up just for the character, not quite for the figure. And then a closer look at that. Yeah, nothing's too special here. And what I like about this is you can put him in like a little robed kind of look. It doesn't look great in the robed look, but it is kind of neat that you can do it anyway. So yeah, and then of course we do have the Luke Skywalker in his kind of space outfit. Overall, that looks really cool. I think it looks pretty awesome. They're called Black Series figures. Overall, it looks neat, and I might pick that one up just because of how cool it looks, even though I'm not a huge fan of the character. But overall, it looks pretty nice, and do like it. Million pictures of it, and more of the Sand Trooper, and then more of Luke. Then we have I think this is the 4-inch figure. This is what is this, Wedge or Biggs? It's one of them. Overall, looks pretty neat. Gonna pass though. Really gonna be selective with this 3-4-inch toy line. And then, you know, another picture. This Darth Vader looks really awesome. In the actual product shot, he does come with a separate arm that you can plug in, and it's just kind of reflecting a bullet, just like in the what is it called? The Emperor Strikes Back. He does kind of like block a bullet when they open the doors, of course, at the dinner table. Overall, I think that's pretty cool, and it's an awesome accessory, so I probably will be picking that figure up. More images of it. Looks pretty nice. Then you got this Luke. It looks pretty nice, but I think I'm gonna pass. Got this, I can't remember the name. The biker scout clones, whatever, that ride the bikes. Won't be picking this one up just because I already have one on a bike, so I don't really need this one. And yeah, looks pretty nice. More pictures of the 6-inch. Just another clone. Nothing too special there. Another clone. We always have to get 1,000 clones. Then we have a Anakin from the prequels. Doesn't look great. I mean, the figure looks pretty okay, I guess. He looks like he's got decent articulation. Instead of just a swivel and no ankle, it looks like he's got some ankle and it's a ball hinge thigh. So overall, it's an impressive articulation from what they're used to. More pictures of 6-inch Darth Maul. More pictures of that. Then you have these kind of bigger ones. I think that these are like 12 to 18-inch scale figures with very limited articulation. Nothing too special. Just some very core characters. Nothing great. And then yeah, so definitely will be passing. Then you've got these 2-packs, which are nothing too special. This is a kind of cool 2-pack. Just the original, the group that's always in it. This 2-pack looks to be like the same kind of a Darth Vader. Looks like they're reusing that sculpt from the vintage line a lot. I do really like the sculpt, so I don't really mind, but they're using a little bit too much, it looks like to be. And then, nice pack. I like Django. I've got Battle Droid, but I've got them both anyway, but they're cool. More Battle Droids. This is the Slave 1. I'm not sure what's up with this. This does look like the Slave 1 that is just out right now. That's in stores right now, and it looks to be pretty small. So I would like a regular size Slave 1, but this seems to be small. I think it's the same thing, just in a different package or something. I don't know though. Or I don't know. This might be like the Pod Fighters, because the picture of Darth Vader is very animated and kiddish. So I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, it looks like a nice sculpt, but just not the right size for me. More clones, more pictures 6-inch. Of course, you've got that and that. Yeah, nothing too special. Limited articulation on a lot of these guys, and then a bigger articulation on the other. This is a neat one, kind of like you can have like Anakin put on the parts, but very limited articulation, of course, so I'm not a big fan of that. But it's a neat concept. Some people may like it. Just a grand view of the figures, and you can see that the R2-D2. The R2-D2 looks pretty cool, but nothing too special. And then we're back to the Sand Trooper. So there you go. So those are my thoughts on the Star Wars things. Don't plan on picking up very many of these. Probably the only figures out of the figures that they've shown here that I'll pick up are Darth Maul and that Darth Vader. But I'm not going to be focusing on Star Wars this year, just because the figures, they don't look fantastic to me, and the characters aren't my favorites. So yeah, so there you go. Those are my reviews of the Star Wars figures. So now Marvel Legends is on it's on track. They're bringing out a lot of figures this year, and so here you go. So of course this is the Marvel Legends Wave 1 of 2013. A lot of people already have this wave. I mean, it's kind of out in some places, harder to find, but it is kind of out. I will be picking up him just for the Build-A-Figure piece. I will not be picking up this Captain America because I don't think he doesn't come with the Build-A-Figure piece. I'll be picking him up. Doesn't look too special. This Archangel, I think looks pretty neat. But because of the huge just wingspan, I don't know. He'd be kind of cluttered, and I'm not a huge Angel fan, so I think I'm going to pass. Then we get the She-Hulk. I will be picking her up or the Red She-Hulk, just for the Build-A-Figure pieces. Wolverine, I'll pass. Hitmonkey, I will be building. And, what is this guy? Protector, I will be buying just for the Build-A-Figure pieces. But he does also look like a pretty cool figure. So, yeah. So, Wave 1 looks pretty neat, but that's pretty old news. We all know what Wave 1 is. Then we have Wave 2. And Wave 2, I'm not 100% who comes with the Build-A-Figure pieces, so I can't tell you for certain which figures I'm going to buy. But as you can see, you do have this variant Hawkeye. Looks kind of neat. This Wrecker from the Wrecking Crew, absolutely will be picking this guy up. Looks awesome. Then we've got, what is this, Jean Grey. I'll pick her up if she comes with the Build-A-Figure pieces. Then we've got Black Panther. Doesn't look too special, but I'll pick him up if he comes with the Build-A-Figure pieces. The Spider-Man, I don't really want at all, but if he happens to come with the Build-A-Figure pieces, I might have to pick him up. This is the original Hawkeye, not the variant. Overall, this Hawkeye looks really nice. I really hope that he comes with the Build-A-Figure pieces, because I'd love to pick up this figure, but if he doesn't come with the Build-A-Figure pieces, I'll probably just pass. Then we've got this Apocalypse Jean Grey. This might be a variant to the other Jean Grey, but I don't think so. Overall, it looks interesting. I like the way that they did the cloth kind of shirt. Looks kind of neat. If she comes with the Build-A-Figure pieces, I'll pick her up, but if not, I'm not a huge fan of the look, although it is interesting. Then we have this Bulldozer. Absolutely, positively, will be picking this figure up. Looks really awesome, and I'm absolutely gonna complete my Wrecking Crew. He looks incredible. Really love the kind of cage around his head. Looks awesome. Then we have this one. This is the Phoenix variant, so I guess the other one's not the variant. So this is a Phoenix variant. Won't be picking this one up. Here's the Build-A-Figure. It's a Rocket Raccoon. I think that's pretty cool. For them saying that this is the year of the small Build-A-Figure, I'm not a huge fan of that. But being that it is the year of the small Build-A-Figure, this is a pretty cool one. And definitely, when they came out with the Hit Monkey, I was just confused. I was like, why would they come out with the Hit Monkey? Why wouldn't they do like Rocket Raccoon or Puck? And evidently enough, those are the next ones. So as you can see, Rocket Raccoon. I think this looks really awesome. Just for a small Build-A-Figure, I think that he looks really cool, and I love the open mouth, and especially since he's going to be in a movie in 2014. So now we get to the Wolverine. I'm really glad that they're giving these guys toy line, or these guys waves. It's awesome how they're taking movies that come out and giving them a wave, because this is because they did that with Iron Man 3, or they're doing that with Iron Man 3, and then now they're doing it with Wolverine, which looks awesome. This Wolverine looks pretty cool. If he comes with the Build-A-Figure pieces, I'll pick him up. We've got this Wolverine, looks cool. If he comes with the Build-A-Figure pieces, I'll pick him up, like I said. Then we've got this Cyclops. He looks pretty neat. Like I said, Build-A-Figure pieces, I'll pick him up. Yep, another picture. I like how they gave us 2 pictures with them. This guy looks really cool, and he is part of the next wave of Marvel Universe, if I'm not mistaken, as well. He looks nice. Build-A-Figure pieces, I'll pick him up. There you go, another picture. Sabretooth, I probably will just pick him up if he doesn't come with the Build-A-Figure pieces, but if he does, then that's just perfect. So overall, he looks pretty cool. Not the best Sabretooth I've seen, but I do really like Sabretooth, so I'll pick him up. I think that his body sculpt's going to be pretty big, and the body sculpt really reminds me of the Wrecking Crew, just kind of sculpt, and I really am a fan of that, and I love the hands. So although the face sculpt isn't great, and I kind of like the fur kind of jacket around him like he has in the original comics, or at least the more modern comics, I guess, this does still look good. Then you get this Emma, what is this, Emma Diamond, or well, whatever, the Diamond person, I think. This actually looks like a cool figure. I hope that she comes with the Build-A-Figure pieces, but if she doesn't, probably won't pick her up, but if she does, absolutely will. And then, is Rogue the variant? Rogue must be the variant. I think that Rogue looks awesome. Like, if they both come with if they come with Build-A-Figure pieces, I will just pick up both of them for the Build-A-Figure piece, because I think that they look really cool. They've got some awesome sculpting. Then we go to Puck, the Build-A-Figure, of course. Looks pretty cool. I will be buying this, of course. I'm a huge Build-A-Figure fan, and he's got some great articulation. He is also in the newest wave of Marvel Legends figure, or Marvel Universe figures. Overall, pretty neat, and glad that they're making him. If they have to make small Build-A-Figures, I mean, Hitmonkey, Rocket Raccoon, and Puck are some pretty cool small Build-A-Figures, so I'm happy with their choices with small Build-A-Figures, although I'd rather just have them be large Build-A-Figures. But there you go. So that's my thoughts on the Marvel Legends. So now on to one of my favorite toy lines of all times, Marvel Universe. They're still going strong, which is great. As you can see here, the first figure is Rhino. Really excited. They did show us this guy at the Comic-Con in July, and overall I was really happy to see him. I mean, we do already have a pretty decent 3/4-inch Rhino from the Spider-Man 3/4-inch toy line, but this is an even better one. It's a more classic version, while that was a little bit more modern version. I think this one looks great, and we'll absolutely be picking this figure up. And then we get Mysterio. Huge fan of Mysterio. Mysterio is one figure that I've been wanting them to make for a long time. They showed us this in July, and I'm super happy. Absolutely will be picking this figure up. And then we get Elektra. She's a pretty boring figure. I always feel like whenever they come out with Elektra figure, she just is a peg warmer beyond belief. Nobody picks her up. I doubt I'll be picking this one up because it doesn't look to be anything special, and I'm not a huge fan of the character. Then we have Cloak. I don't know who this guy is at all. I don't know if he's a good guy or bad guy. I think he's a good guy. He's kind of like a Batman for Marvel. I'm not sure though. Overall, his cape looks really awesome. I love the texture and I love the design, but the figure itself does seem to be like a kind of old body sculpt with the the hinge swivel ankles and everything. Not my favorite body sculpt, so probably be passing. I really want to see this guy in package and learn a little bit more about the character first, though. And then we have this one, Dagger. I don't know who Dagger is at all. They come out with some crazy characters that you just don't know. I like the way that her costume resembles, a dagger. I think that's pretty neat. She looks to be a pretty cool kind of look and does have the new body sculpt for the female character, so I think that this one looks pretty nice. I probably will pick it up, but not 100% yet. Then we get this is a white and black Iron Man. It does seem to just be a repaint of the one that came in the first wave of Series 2. I can't remember his name. I do have him, though, like the Extremis armor or something. Doesn't look to be too special, and it will be passing. Abomination. This was one of the highlights of the Toy Fair for me this year. I'm a huge Abomination fan. I've been wanting them to make Abomination for years and just been hoping and hoping and hoping. They are finally making it, and it looks better than I could have imagined. Really excited. Absolutely will be picking this one up. They do have a variant A-Bomb. The A-Bomb variant, sometimes they do a variant where they just flip them upside down and they call it a variant. Sometimes they actually do a repaint. Sometimes they'll add like another accessory or something, and sometimes they repainted and remolded, and that is the best kind of variant, and this is this type of variant. You got a totally new face sculpt and an awesome looking face sculpt, if I may. He's got new forearms and wrists on both sides. Looks awesome, and some great paint apps. Absolutely will be picking up this variant. I probably will have to buy it on eBay for extra, but I'm fine with that because this guy looks awesome. Then we have Barlan Zemo. I'm not good with this guy's name. He looks pretty cool. I'm not sure if he is the same exact thing as the exclusive that came out at San Diego Comic-Con in July in part of the 3-pack. It looks to be the same thing, so I think it is. Overall, I'm very excited that they're coming out with this guy, and I definitely will be picking him up. And do we have any more? One more. Captain America. The classic kind of Captain America is pretty cool. I might pick it up just to have a classic Captain America, because I really don't have a good classic Captain America. But there he is. He looks pretty good. Probably won't pick him up, but I might. And then we've got the 3-packs of the year. The first 3-pack is a Thor 3-pack, which I think is pretty cool. I don't know who this guy is, and I don't see a name here, but he looks pretty neat, kind of like a Viking guy. I don't think it's not Volstagger. It's not one of the people from the movie, is it? If you guys know, comment below. I'd love to know. But overall, he looks pretty decent. If he came in a single pack, I'd probably pick him up, but this 3-pack doesn't look too great other than that, so I think that I'll be passing. Then we get this one. It's kind of like a she-Thor. I don't know. The head sculpt looks interesting, especially with the hair, and if it was in a single pack, I'd probably pick it up, but because it's in a 3-pack, I probably won't, but you never know. This Thor seems to be just the same thing with a little repaint, nothing special, and really not interested in that. That's the main reason why I probably won't pick up the 3-pack, but I might, expect if it's on sale, I definitely will, but for this, nah. And then we have this in Uncanny X-Men 3-pack. The Juggernaut looks really cool. He looks like a half Juggernaut, half Colossus. I'm not quite sure what's up with this Juggernaut and why he looks that way. If you guys know, please tell me. But I think it looks awesome, and I definitely will be picking this up. This will be my third version of this 3¼ sculpt, the Juggernaut. But I think it's an awesome version, so I will definitely get it. Then you've got Cyclops. I'm not a big fan. It's a different colors. I do have the classic Cyclops that came in a single pack, and that's a great figure. I think this is the same thing, just re-sculpted, or sorry, repainted. I'm not a big fan of it, and wouldn't be picking it up, but because I really love Juggernaut, I love the other one. Then you've got like, I want to say Emma Stone, but that's not, obviously that's not it. The person that turns herself to diamonds, I can't remember her name. This looks like a sick sculpt. Really loving it. I think that she looks awesome. Absolutely will be picking up this 3-pack just for the Juggernaut and her. Not big on Cyclops, but for the other two, absolutely will be picking this 3-pack up. So as far as the Wolverine 3¼ toy line, the All-Stars 2013 toy line. As you can see, we do have a kind of Logan look, a Wolverine, a Ninja, and the Silver Samurai. As you can see, they look pretty okay. They seem to have some really bad articulation. It seems to be worse than the Iron Man 3 articulation. Ball jointed head, swivel shoulders, and swivel hips, and so that is very disappointing. The only one that looks any different, well, they don't. So, overall, it is disappointing that they have such bad articulation. People aren't really huge on the Wolverine type stuff, I think, because they didn't even do one for the for the most recent X-Men movie. What is it? Was it First Class? They didn't even do one. So I am glad that they're doing one. I think that the Silver Samurai seems to have an awesome sculpt, and he looks cool, so I will be picking him up. And probably I'll pick up that Logan. The Wolverine, I've got a better one that looks exactly like it, so definitely won't be picking that up. The Ninja looks like a G.I. Joe ninja from the new movie. I don't know, he looks exactly the same, but I'll have to see what that figure looks like to know if I'm going to pick him up. Apparently, the articulation was cut, but so is the price tag. I've heard that these figures are going to be cheap, and I'm really happy about that. I mean, the Iron Man 3 toy line, they bought it up $1 and took down the articulation. This toy line seems to taking down the articulation, but they're going to take down the price tag as well, which I'm happy with. I'd much rather pay more to get better articulation, but if they're going to cut articulation, it's only fair that they cut prices, so I'm pretty happy with that. Overall, the Silver Samurai I am excited for, but the rest, not too great, and I might pass on most of them. So this is a little off pace from what I usually collect, but as you can see, we have the Monsters University figures from like Pop and stuff, and the Vinny and all that kind of stuff, the mystery minis, all that kind of cool, funky little looking stuff. And as you can see, they are doing a stuff for the Monsters University. This is a prequel of Monsters Inc. When Monsters Inc. came out, I was a huge fan of it, and so these toys confirmed one thing for me: Randall's in the movie, so I'm super excited. I loved Randall as a kid. I loved him, so I'm really happy to see him being in the movie. And as far as Sully's shirt that says Top Secret on it, I don't think that that's actually what's on his shirt. If I'm not mistaken, it's I don't know. It might be the actual thing that's on his shirt, or it's just a little sticky that they put on it because he's got some kind of spoiler thing on his shirt. I'm not sure, but you never know. The Randall though looks awesome. I will be picking up that Randall bobblehead, but I've got to have it. It looks really cool. And these little guys without the mouths, I might just pick up all of them. Just to have a little Randall on my desk. I absolutely love it. He looks like a total nerd, which is probably why he's the villain in the next one, because he's got such a grudge against Sully, the cool kid. I'm sure that that's what they're gonna do, and I love Randall, so absolutely will be picking up some of this merchandise. If they do come out with a normal toy line, I probably will pick up some of that stuff too. Sometimes you just gotta get the cool movies that you liked as a kid, because they're pretty neat looking. So yeah, so thought that was worth talking about. So now on to the Batman Arkham figures. As you can see, we have already seen pictures of these guys before, but we haven't seen them in package yet. And this is Deadshot and Talia al Ghul. They look pretty cool. I'm not sure what I'm going to pick up. I'm going to have to see it in person. I don't know. I could totally not pick up these two guys, or I could both pick them up. I could go either way. Nothing's too exciting with these guys to me, but they do look cool. You've got Solomon Grundy. Everybody has been wanting them to make a Solomon Grundy for some time now. They're going to make it. It looks awesome. It looks big. It looks cool. You can take his chest off and expose his guts, take out his heart. Really awesome. Looks like a freaking cool figure. I definitely will be picking this one up. I love the big figures from the Arkham toy line, and I'm really happy that they're doing a Solomon Grundy. There's only one more figure that I would like them to make, and that is, spoiler alert if you're into the game, Clayface. Love a Clayface, but other than that, they're pretty much done for me with the characters I want them to make. And then you got more pictures of Solomon Grundy. Man, that looks awesome. And then, of course, some other figures that we already have. They're releasing the old wave, kind of like again, apparently. But yeah. Then Batman and Nightwing that come with the other two figures. I could go either way on these guys. Like I said, the only thing is the package for Batman is so much bigger. I don't know why, because I think they're the same scale, but I guess he's got a bigger package because the cape and everything. I don't know, pretty interesting. He does seem to have some really great articulation, so because of that, I might have to pick up that Batman. But the Nightwing, I could go either way. I don't know. Then more images of Solomon Grundy in somebody's hand. As you can see how big he is and the pieces that come with him. He just looks awesome. Look at that right there. How could you not pick one up? Definitely will be picking up that guy, of course. So yeah, so there you go. So that's my thoughts on the Arkham figures. So now the 24-inch DC Gods Among Us 2-packs. As you can see here, we've got Solomon Grundy and Wonder Woman. Absolutely will be picking up this set. I think it looks amazing. The price tag is quite high at $30 a pack. So that's $15 a figure. Considering that the normal rate for a 3-3/4-inch figure is $10, this is 50 times more expensive. Or 50% more expensive, sorry. And so overall, I'm really disappointed in the price. But I think that on a few select packs, it can be definitely worth it. The knife in Solomon Grundy's hand, if you can see it, it's got kind of like a yellow band, just remember that, and he's got a bunch of knives in his back. So absolutely will be picking up this set, that's for sure. Apparently they're scheduled to come out in summer for $30, of course. And then you've got this 2-pack of Green Arrow and Deathstroke. I think that this looks like another pack that I'd have to get. The sculpting on these guys looks awesome. Articulation looks great. Nothing bad, but nothing too amazing. But it does look great, like really nice Marvel Universe articulation. Same type of thing. So I probably will be picking up that pack, as you can see on the side. More images of just them in package. And they're set to come out in spring. You can see Wonder Woman a little better. More pictures of Solomon. Very cool. Then there's a Flash, and then a mystery figure. I have to think that this mystery figure is the one with the kind of like the black suit with the kind of like yellow gauntlets and some yellow highlights. I don't really know his name, but I think that that's this pack. I probably won't be picking up this pack unless this is a really cool figure. But just for this Flash, this guy is not worth $15 to me. But he does look really cool. More images of Solomon Grundy. As you can see here, you can see his knife that's in his back. This is the knife that he was holding in the shot of him loose. So as you can see, I think that you're going to be able to remove the knives from his back, if not all of them, at least some of them. So I do think I'll pick up both of these packs. Overall, they look pretty cool. So yeah, so just more images of them. And overall, they look really awesome. So those are the 3 packs that are confirmed. There is another one. Here you go. It's Harley Quinn and the Cyborg. I think it looks pretty good. Both figures, I think, are lacking just a little bit. I hope the Cyborg comes with some kind of gun or a big backpack or something, because he's a little plain to me. Harley Quinn isn't a fantastic look. I think she's okay, but it doesn't look like a $15 thin 3/4-inch figure. These guys just don't say $15 thin 3/4-inch figure. They look more like a $9, $10 thin 3/4-inch figure. While the other ones I think could definitely pass for $15 a piece. At least the Solomon Grundy can. So just more pictures. There we go. So we get more pictures of the Harley Quinn and everything. So yeah, so there you go. So overall, I think that this is going to be a really cool toy line, an expensive one, but a cool one. More Batman, we have the Batman Hush box set 2. I don't know if this is a complete box set or if they will come in a couple sets of 2s, or I don't know what's going to happen. They might all come together. If they all come together, I will probably pass, but if they come in a little different, if they come like 2-a-pack or 1-a-pack, then I probably will pick up a few. Batman, he looks kind of cool, very classic, looks neat. You got Harley Quinn, she looks awesome. I'd pick her up because she looks really cool. She's got a neat design. Articulation doesn't seem to be great, but just an awesome look. And these are set to be released to be determined, so we don't know when they're going to be out yet, but overall they look cool. Poison Ivy looks neat. Nothing too special though, but she looks pretty neat. Then we get this the Scarecrow. I'm a big fan of Scarecrow. This is an awesome looking Scarecrow. I'd love to own this guy, but I'm not going to spend like $60 just for this figure, and you really have no use for the other figures. So maybe if I can get him loose for $20, I'd pick him up, because this looks like an awesome Scarecrow. Then we have Joker. Joker looks actually really nice. He looks like a cool sculpt, and overall pretty neat. So mostly I just want to show you that for Scarecrow, but looks like a neat set if you're a big fan of Batman. So now on to some NECA figures. First of all, we have a Heat Miser and Snow Miser from the Year Without a Santa Claus toy line. I think that these are the only figures that are coming out though, so it's not quite a toy line. But as you can see, they look pretty cool. I'm a big fan of that movie. I think it's pretty neat, and I love this Heat Miser and Snow Miser, so I probably will pick up this pack or this both of them just because they look cool. And I do really like NECA. I think they do some great stuff. Pacific Rim has a toy line. Series 1 is in June. So that's pretty cool. Figure 1, it looks awesome. Really love this red robot. They do have names, but just I'm not gonna look at them for right now. I don't know. But the red robot looks really awesome. These are 6-inch figures, if I'm not mistaken. Possibly, actually, sorry, they're 7-inch figures because they're between 6 and 8 inches a piece. So about a 7-inch toy line. I think it looks awesome. Definitely will be picking it up. More pictures of the red one. Very nice. Then we get this blue one. This is the main robot of the movie. The blue one doesn't look great. I'm not a huge fan of the sculpt. I think that the flap above his head doesn't look cool, but I think that that might be accurate. I don't know. I will still pick it up, but this is definitely the one I'm least looking forward to. Overall, you can see him there. Looks pretty neat. Then, oops. Then we get this new one. As you can see, I think that this guy looks awesome. A really cool look. I'll definitely be picking up this figure as well. I plan on getting most, if not the entire series of Pacific Rim stuff. Series 2 comes out in September, which is a big jump. I mean, June, and then you have to wait almost 3 months to get to September. So you do have to wait a while to Series 2. Then we get Prometheus Series 2. Considering this toy line came out so long ago, it took like 8 months, maybe 9 months, maybe 10 months to get a Series 2 of Prometheus. I think that's pretty insane and pretty negligent. They really just don't care, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, Prometheus, you get the Decagon figure. This was what came out of the engineer at the end of the movie. Absolutely will be picking up this pack because I think it looks awesome. I'm a big fan of that proto alien, if you will. I think it looks cool, and it comes with some nice stuff. Then you get this guy, the infected. You get the infected guy. I don't think it looks cool. I mean, he looks cool, but I just not. He's gross. He's like a disgusting Hector Hammond. I'm not into it. I'll be passing. I'll pass on David probably. I'll pass on her too. I'm a big fan of the aliens, but as far as the regular people, not a huge fan of. Apparently, Series 3. When did that say? Series 3 to be determined. Probably another, year before they come out with Series 3. But anyway, there you go. Plan on getting all the Pacific Rim figures, the Heat Miser and Snow Miser, and the Decagon. Thanks for watching. Finally, we're on to the Diamond Select stuff. As you can see, we do have a Diamond Select War Machine from the Iron Man 3 toy line. I was surprised. I thought that this was going to be an Iron Patriot and not a War Machine, but apparently it is a War Machine. Overall, he looks cool. I really do think that he looks awesome, but Iron Patriot just would have been such a better character because Iron Patriot is the main armor in the movie, and they came out with a War Machine a while ago. I didn't pick that one up, but I know that the people that did pick it up probably don't want just another version. They'd rather have Iron Patriot. So I think that this was a poor choice to do War Machine over Iron Patriot, but it works. It looks like a nice figure. Mini-mates wise, you got some mini-mates here. I think they look cool. I might pick up this pack. Probably not. But they look. I really like the Nick Fury. How you can change him to kind of like the movie Nick Fury and the classic Nick Fury. I think that's a really neat idea and pretty cool. And I like the Shield agents. So you can get a couple agents behind him. He'd look awesome. Then you get Wolverine, some other packs. Not too interested in any of these. I mean, some of them look nice, but nothing extremely special that I need to pick up. Overall, they look pretty cool. This pack looks pretty neat. Mostly just for Sarlon or whatever his name is. And then more pictures of the War Machine. Oh yeah, they have done something right here. The Mark 42 looks awesome. As far as the figure itself, it looks just amazing. The detail in it is spectacular. Just a definitive Mark 42 figure for you. Absolutely insane looking, really awesome. And his Hall of Armor looks so cool. I love it. It looks awesome. Such an improvement over the Iron Man 2 Hall of Armor piece. That one was okay. I didn't even really understand that it was a Hall of Armor until somebody told me, because it really just didn't resemble it that much. But this is unmistakably a Hall of Armor piece. I would absolutely do anything for them to come out with the rest of the armors and to come out with packs of just the Hall of Armor pieces so that you can build a Hall of Armor. Looks awesome. I cannot wait for this Mark 42 figure, and it just looks awesome. As far as the other Diamond Select stuff, of course you've got bottle openers. That's their big thing for some reason. I don't know. They're coming out with a whole bunch of bottle openers, which I think is interesting, and I almost want to get them, but I'm not gonna get them. So yeah. And then, I thought that they were going to go in closer. But as you can see, you got a Ghost Rider there. He looks pretty cool. I'm not a big fan of Ghost Rider, but I'm a big fan of Diamond Select, so I probably will pick it up. And then a Green Goblin. I think the Green Goblin looks awesome, and we'll be picking that one up. It does seem to just look like the old Green Goblin, but I'm not sure. I think that it might be different. So I'll pick up the Green Goblin, I'll probably pick up the Ghost Rider, and then you got concept art for the Silver Surfer. Look at that base. That base is going to be sick. I cannot wait. And then you got the arm with the kind of, yellow blast. Totally put him in a cool pose. Gonna definitely get this one as long as it looks half as good as this concept art does. And so there you go. So that's the Diamond Select stuff. So there you go. So those are my thoughts on the toy lines that I will purchase and or just figures that I will purchase from the toy lines that were shown at the Toy Fair 2013. If you're wondering about Man of Steel, they didn't really have a booth. They just came out with the pictures. I'll pick up all the Movie Masters ones, so that's it. I didn't want to make a whole other part of this video. I'm sure that this is going to be a very long video. I haven't edited it together yet, but I'm sure it's going to be long. That's why I kind of started to talk really fast in them. Sorry if you didn't like my fast talking, but I don't know. But overall, those are my thoughts. Hope you enjoyed it. Please tell me what you guys thought of the Toy Fair and the toys that you are going to buy. And there you go. I think it was a great Toy Fair, and they released a lot of cool pictures of figures.